What's going on, guys? Cyn for the win here. We are back with our franchise mode as the Ottawa Senators. 11-9-5 to start off the season. Not too bad, but we are right now on like a 4 or 5 game losing streak. And so we are making some minor line changes. Yeah, 5 game losing streak after a 3 game winning streak. And before that, we won like 4 or 5 in a row. All right, so we're gonna test out these new lines here, and just as a refresher, we did move Lafreniere down onto the 4th line with Pajot and Ryan. We'll see how that does. I mean, it looks like it should do well. I don't know how much they'll produce is the thing. So I was really considering finding a spot for Lafreniere somewhere, like on power play. Like, the only thing I could think of was to take out Orel, but I want him to grow really well as well, so it's kind of in a tough spot. I mean, could take out Logan Brown, but he does have that 88 awareness. Balcer's is slightly better, and he's doing really good on the power play. I believe Logan Brown's doing very good on the power play. Yeah, he's got a goal and 7 assists, or 6 assists. So it's pretty tough. Brandstrom only has 1 point, but I don't want to take him off either because, well, we got to get him better. So we're kind of between a rock and a hard place in a lot of ways. And one thing I was thinking was like removing Dzingel off completely. Off that first unit. Or moving Tkachuk onto the first unit and putting and putting Lafreniere onto the 2nd unit, but that would make the 2nd unit a tad weak. So yeah, I'm pretty torn on what to do here. Orel is the least scoring guy on our power play right now. I'll see how it goes here. I'll see how these lines go first. I want to see how Lafreniere will do. Believe he's only got like 5 points so far. I think, wait, probably a bit more. Yeah, 9, never mind. 5 assists, 9 points in 25 games. So we'll see how he does throughout this next month. I don't know, maybe that line combo on that 4th line has some good luck, but we're not going to be able to have 4 lines that are producing a solid amount. That's just usually not how it works. I think our 3rd line will be scoring more, but let's give these lineups a month and see how we do as a team, as individuals. We don't have any RFAs. We don't need to worry about that. Okay, we lost that game in a shootout, but we scored 3 goals, and we lost 7-1, so it's not looking tremendously good right now. The losing streak continues. But let's get some good news here. How are our scouts doing? They're doing okay. Looking like a mid to late, perhaps elite in the first round. Could also just go down to a top 6, but another goal scorer guy, which we could use. Could change to a winger if he's not that good on face-offs. But look, yeah, goal scoring, offensive instincts, no weaknesses so far. Similar to Tyler Seguin. All right, working on the low elites here. A lot of them are in like the same zone though, so hopefully the scouting keeps going up. Another loss. Come on. Okay, we get a win there in overtime. That's what I'm talking about. Another win and in a shootout. We won in a shootout. It's like our first shootout win, I think. 3 wins in a row. Turned it around. Then we lose, get shut out. Oh well. I don't think we're going to sustain any major winning streaks. Yeah, I'm not too sure how these lines are doing. It doesn't seem like we're scoring that much. So if our power play is faltering or something, I'll need to take a look at that. Okay, so we're right back to 500, actually. And we got one more game here. Come on. We lose that one, too. Below 500. Yeah, that didn't seem to do too well. Mitch, oh, wow. He's well below point a game now. Lafreniere, we got 1 point in that stretch. I don't think that is going to work. No, I don't want him to do horrible this year. I mean, he is a rookie. Orel hasn't really done much. No, he didn't do anything on the power play the whole time. And he didn't actually do a whole lot of anything in that time. Huh. Got a couple assists. All right, I'm going to remove Worrell off this power play here for a bit. Let's get Lafreniere in there. Is Brady still killing it on the power play? We didn't just do much of anything on the power play in general. Let's check that. It actually might be below 20% right now with how that whole month went. Not a whole lot of offense to speak of. And that could be an issue because we wanted to try to keep that offense up there. Yeah, wow, look at that. Look at that switch. Goals for and goals against. Yeah, power play tanked. Penalty kill still doing okay, but that power play dropped way the hell down. I'm not even going to check personal stats yet. We need to address that. That's a huge decrease from like 22% to 15%. That is an enormous decrease. So let's get Tkachuk on the top unit. Try to stack that top unit now. Keep Balcers there. Go to Zingle, Batherson, Lafreniere with Logan Brown and Brandstrom on the point here. Try that out. Josh Norris is going to go back to centering the fourth line. And we at least know he's going to be a shot taker because that's what people do. Let's get Bobby Ryan on the one time just because he might score a bit more. Yeah, Pajot doesn't shoot whatsoever. Bobby Ryan doesn't shoot much more than he does, but he should at least benefit more from being there. And yeah, I know Norris doesn't have the strongest of face-offs, and it might actually be better to play him on the wing, but I want him to get better in the center position. He may not be good enough ever. We do have Batherson, who's an 81 face-offs. Everyone else is already better than him in face-offs. So you know what? Let's have him on the one-time side as well. Get Pajot. Get some more possession there if we can. Jaros is +9. I mean, he's doing really good. Which is making me not want to put this dude back in there. He still has his depth as well, so I'm just keep waiting for injuries on him. And he's 24, or sorry, he's like, was he 22? No, he's 23, so yeah. He's already close to sort of capping out. I don't know if we even get him up to 80, so. And I know we're not trying to be great, but I want the guy who Brandstrom is playing with to help him out, essentially. I don't want Brandstrom to start, you know, having a bad year. You know, 12 points in 39 games as a rookie is not bad, especially playing top 6 with a second unit power play time. That's some decent production we're getting out of him. Yeah, let's go back to something like this. Hopefully Lafreniere and Balcers can help Worrell get more on the board. He's not a huge shooter, but he's shooting a decent chunk. But yeah, he hasn't earned that power play time right now. We're getting Lafreniere in there. Hopefully he'll do a bit better. He's got really high offensive awareness. Oh yeah, Worrell's only at 82. Did I misread that, or was I just basing it off his shooting? Oh man, only having 82 awareness. Quentin Worrell needs to get that offensive awareness up if he ever wants to play in the top 6. That's a need. He's looking more and more like a second line center. We'll see though. See how he develops. Okay, let's take a closer look at the personal stats now. They really dropped off there though. Yeah, Marner, but Tkachuk, man, he's doing really well still. Logan Brown's actually in 3rd place on our team in points. Then it's Dzingel and Colin White only at 23 points. Yeah, he's not a shooter like he used to be in previous updates or games even. He used to shoot a hell of a lot, but doesn't seem to be the case much anymore. Batherson's getting a decent chunk of points. He's not on pace for 50 points, which we kind of want out of him, but the second line isn't very strong. So what can you do? Shabbat, 22 points. Branch from 12. Could use more out of Shabbat as well, especially on power play, but hey. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any stat growth. But it's at least a slight improvement over our past goalies. Poor Aaron Dell, he has really good stats, but he's just not getting the wins. Needs some help from the team. Needs some help here. Let's get some good news in our brains. How about progress reports? What are we looking like? Getting any growth? I would love to see some growth in the NHL. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Okay. Well, in the system, we got this guy, Ledivori, who's up to 50 overall now as a low elite. This guy up to 61. That's Quentin Mathers. We picked him up in the first draft. Again, lives up to a 60 overall. Not doing too well, but he's growing. He's got 16 wins. Svitov, that's a top 4 guy. I think we just drafted, yeah. Kozlov, this guy's looking good. This was the guy we got in like that first, that mid-first round. Wish that offensive awareness would go up more, but you know, it's at a good spot. He's only what, 60 overall? 65. No, it's still in a good spot for now. Good shot. Yeah. Not the strongest of defenses, but if he's going to become a goal scorer, that's not as necessary. I would like to see the offensive awareness go up, though, because I feel like when you're a shooter, you still need good offensive awareness, because that seems to affect the sim. They got to know when to shoot. Odell's up to 79 now. I don't need to call him up because he's listed as depth, and he's still only 19. There's really no need to call him up. He's going to develop well enough, and, you know, he's looking solid. I like his passing and offensive awareness. His defense is strong. His shot blocking and stick checking could go up a bit, but his awareness is really good, and that's the most important stat. This Packard guy, you know, he's on a decent pace. I think this guy was more of a defensive type player. He's looking pretty solid. I like it. And Kozhanov was a top 6. He's at 64 overall. Hasn't grown a huge amount, but at least his offensive stats are kind of where they need to be. Defensive awareness going up good, so he's growing where he needs to be, and that's important. Formanton looking more and more like a third liner cap. He's not really growing in the greatest of places either. Offensive stats aren't amazing. Defensive stats aren't amazing, so maybe not even a third liner. We'll have to see how he continues to develop, but Staples has got a tiny bit of growth too. But man, if we could see again like get huge amounts of jump, then that would really help. We're going to keep holding on to him. We're not going to trade him until it just absolutely looks like he's not doing anything. All right, let's get another month done. Try out these new line combinations on the power play and in the 5-on-5. Penalty kill's fine, so I'm not touching that. Well, let's see here. Can Ottawa have a bit of an improvement month here, or will we continue to fall down? We lose again, only scoring 2 goals. It might just look like we just don't have the offensive output necessary. Yeah. And our defense has been steadily slipping, so not good. I wanted to try to avoid the morale issues, but we might be facing those regardless. Like when we... Okay, see, that's a good game. We got 5 goals for. We allowed 4, but hey. Then we go right back to not being able to score a whole lot. Yeah, it's tough. Very inconsistent. That's the mark of a young team. Inconsistencies. So, you know, I'm not going to be too upset about it. You know, you can hope and you can wish, but it's the kids on the ice. They got to get the job done. That guy's definitely... Oh, never mind. I thought that was a different... what if... No, he's not going to be franchised. That'd be insane if he... Oh my God. But he's a right-handed. He's a right-hander. We need him. Please don't be an offensive defenseman. Be like two-way. I don't need an offensive defenseman. Although, playing him with Shabbat would be really good. Two-way and offensive. We'd have a lot of offensive defensemen, though. 2. That's not a lot, but Shabbat also produces some points, so... Anyway. This goalie, I still don't know what he's going to be. I think it's going to be like a high fringe starter where he is. But if he's a high starter, I'll snag him. Looking pretty good. Yeah, still not any steals yet. Still working on those damn low elites. A lot of top 6s, but none of them are in like steal positions. So that's a bit rough. I'm going to keep going down here. What else we got? Some low top 6s. I find it interesting that medium top 4s are actually listed below low top 6s. And we don't have really any goalies. All right, this guy's a high top 9, but where is he? Yeah, he's in the first round. You don't want that. If he was anywhere else, you'd be like, yes, get him. Especially as a grinder. High top 9 grinder. Ooh. But not in the first round. Anders Nilsson's fully healed. I'm pretty sure he wasn't out, but I can't remember from video to video. Because I'm bad at my job. Yeah, no, he wasn't out. You want to give me Silverberg for a second. I don't think so. I'm going to take a look at that, though, because that doesn't seem bad on the surface. The 4-year contract I'm not a huge fan of. Oh, he's only an 83. Oh, he's pretty trash. Yeah, no wonder you want to give him up. No thanks. It was Florida, too, so they must have either traded for him or... No, they had to sign. Jesus, 10-3 loss. Oh, my goodness. 19, 25, and 6. So this is going to actually turn out to be more of a tank year for us. I was hoping for around a 500 year, but it just doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that. Mitch Marner, what the... He's just dropping. Brady Tkachuk is actually leading him in points, which means our first line is absolutely doing nothing. Yeah, defense keeps getting worse. Goals for keeps getting worse. Power play keeps getting worse. Penalty kill is the only bright spot on this team. Yikes. What is happening with Mitch Marner? He's got 37 points, but that's just not okay. We need more. Yeah. That's good first line production type that we're getting, though. Like, that's kind of what you want to see. It's just not enough of it. Logan Brown's doing really well on that second line and on the power play. Batherson, not as much. Dzingel, not so much either. But at least he's shooting. Balsers with 23 points. Norris, Lafreniere, Worrell. Yeah, just not enough from our young guys, really. Okay, his offensive awareness went up. I don't know if that's morale or what. Doesn't really look like it. It could be. But he's gaining and losing, so I'm hoping that's natural growth. 28 points for Shabbat, 13 for Brandstrom. Everyone's a minus besides Jaros and DeMello, who's an even. Yeah. Pretty rough stuff from Marks. I wonder if I played Dell more. Would we have more success? Like if I turned off goalie rotations and just played him more manually. Yeah, this line just is not getting the job done. No one's really getting the job done. But power play is a huge issue. Okay. Balsers, you're getting switched with Logan Brown. Lafreniere, did you do anything on the power play? You got 1 point in that month on the power play. Not amazing. Zingel's taking more shots, so we'll do that. But we don't have a great second unit. Let's be real. This is a pretty bad second power play unit. First one should be doing better, though. You look at it, I think it should be doing better. Kachuk's got a lot of goals, but he doesn't have a huge amount of shots. 136 in the amount of games played isn't great, but it's more than Dzingel, really, so gotta leave him there for now. What else can we do to this? This is like a small change. You're not going to have too many, but if this can get us just a couple extra points on the power play, then I'm doing it. Not touching that. And I'm honestly really considering playing Dell more. I'm going to try it. Let's turn off goalie rotations for this month. I want to see Dell in that starting role just to see if we could. If he does really well, then he might be the one to get stat growth if we play him enough and he has good enough stats. But we only have him for 1 year, which is a bit of an issue. We obviously couldn't trade him right off the bat, but we can sign him and then trade him. Auto rotate goalies off for a bit. Let's see. Let's just, you know, let's just see. No harm. He's doing really well. Yeah, he's only got 20 games played, but Markstrom only had 36. It wasn't a huge difference, and their stats were a huge difference. So, okay, we're getting in towards, and then this will give you guys an idea of how he's going to do. And, whoa, earlier trade deadline than normal. This will give you guys a bit of an idea. There's actually no back-to-backs here up to here. So I'm going to give Dell probably all these games unless he, oh no, there's a back-to-back right here. So I don't want to do that. Let's give him 3, switch him out, and then give him all these, and then switch him back out there. And then that's where we'll end anyway. Yeah, so let's go up to here, then get Markstrom in for a game. Let's see how Delicious does. Oh, good. Shabbat's injured. He's not out for too long, but that's not helping. That's really not going to help our calls, especially for poor Dell back there. And I'm just subbing this guy in because we're not trying to be anything great. Same with here. I don't really care. Extra attacker, bah. Just make it easier on me. We won that game 6-4. Lost that one 4-1. So 2 games in the starting role. He allowed a lot of goals. Maybe an empty netter in there, maybe one in there, but no guarantee of that. I'm still gonna give him the shot because Markstrom's had the shot. Kachuk though keeps leading the team in points. Look how much his stats dropped after that. Oh my gosh. Now Markstrom's going to do a lot better because he's actually playing in his role. Yep, 4-2 win. Still going to go back to Dell. I still want to give him the actual shot here. And so you guys can kind of see. Give you guys an idea and get a little scouting report on him. Our locker room chemistry is 55 now. It's not great. All right, Dell. It's prove yourself time, man. Come on. Get going. Need a lot out of you. I might give Markstrom. No, that'll just make me have to switch it twice. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, we got the win right there in OT. Then, yeah, probably got yanked in that game. Not good. Shabbat's back. Hopefully that'll help our situation. Here we are. Come on now, Sens. Come on, Shabbat. Help us. There we go. Good scoring. Allowed 3 goals, sure, but that was some good scoring. 3-2 win. Dell's doing pretty good. 2-1 win. Really good game from him. You want to Zingle, but you want to give me Schmidt. Oh, that is almost tempting. What's Schmidt looking like? They do want a second in there, too, so I'm assuming he's actually going to be pretty dang good. 5 years of that price, though. No. Oh, wow. Fucking no. Get out. Why would they want a second in that? Dzingle's 83 overall as well. Fuck you guys. Damn, Dell. Look at him go. Eric Goodbrough, of course they are. Vancouver fans are laughing right now. Okay, so he lost that game, but overall in that stretch, when we put him back in there, he won that game. Yeah, he probably got yanked there. Bad game, but then good win. Allowed 3, allowed 2, allowed 1, allowed 2, and then another bad game. So inconsistent, sure, but not too bad. All right, let's get Markstrom back in there. Marner back on top in points. Our locker room chemistry went up to 60 from 55. Probably had a lot to do with the injury. Yeah, his stats actually just really went up. So I might have to go back to play him in his backup. And then he actually might have enough games played by that point to get stat growth. He is at 30. I mean, if he gets 40 games played and gets back towards where the stats were, he might still get some stat growth. Hard to say, but yeah. That is a possibility. Lafreniere, yay! Up to a 78. Don't be morale. Fuck. Pajot dropped. He's probably not too happy. Norris is up to an 81, though. Can't be for ice time, so that's good news. Got 14 goals in the season. I don't think he's going to get to 20, but that'd be crazy if he did. We got Zach Smith, our moral support captain. Scratched. Yeah. So you guys having a good chuckle about that, but you know, that's not even one of the worst things for Ottawa to do in the last 5 years, so it's okay. We're still miles better than the last management group. So we got that going for us. Yeah, Rudy, not getting a whole lot, but I am very pleased with the way Logan Brown is producing. He should get 50 points. He's at 41 right now. Batherson, only at 32. He's not going to get 50. Zingle should get 20 goals. Mitch Marner, I mean, he's only at 48 points. So he would want a lot more. We need a better first-line center. And we don't even know if Worrell is going to be that. He needs a lot more to his offensive stats. A lot of growth. We'll see. On these face-offs at 79, 78. I am considering it, having Logan Brown up there. 88 and 85, 87 and 89. Maybe worth a shot. We'll see. Anyway, we put the guy back in. Let's advance one day because we put Markstrom back in. Let's get up towards the deadline. We lost in a shootout, but didn't allow goals. But we lost. Get a point, but not good enough. Where are we? We are no longer last in our division. Not even close to being last in the NHL. Yeah, we're actually it's a better year for us. We might get lucky with a lottery too. Get in the top 5, which would be really nice. But progress reports is what I want to check. If there was ever a time for more jumps to happen, it would have been right now. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So yeah, Worrell did grow more. He got that offensive awareness up. Defensive stats went up. Just kind of across the board. He's still very young. He's got plenty of time. He's only 19. I'm not really worried about the growth. Can be slow in the beginning. Josh Norris. Good. Got that offensive awareness up, which is now at a whopping 90. That defense is looking very strong. Not the best skater. But that's how he is in real life. Not the best skater. Brady Tkachuk is looking really good. Brandstrom's got a bit of growth by the looks of it. Yeah. Not crazy good, but he doesn't really need much more to his offense. Bobby Ryan's probably declined. All right, Abramov. Wow. He's up to a 78 now. He will be ready for the NHL next year. What kind of player is he? Mid-offensive stats. Hard shot. Not super accurate. Not great defense. Good skater. Okay. Kulikov, almost up to 70 at age 20, so he's on pace about. He just needs a tad more growth, which he should get, and get some off-season jump as well. Offensive stats are at a pretty good spot for where his overall is. I like his shot. Really excited about Odell. I don't know if he'll grow too much, but he should get a good jump. And I'm not seeing anything from McGinley, but it might have just cut him off. Yeah, it always does weird things with the goalie modifications. It just like changes them. Yeah, still need him to jump. But for the most part, we did get some solid growth. Yeah. Good growth overall. And here at the deadline, we can decide if we want to try to shift up for any sort of pick. We can look for a team who wants to give it up. Maybe within lottery range. But a good thing to do is to kind of check where we're going to want to pick. Our pick should be top 10 regardless. So in the top 10, There's a good amount here. Center power forward. I don't really think we need another power forward. Don't need many two-way forwards either, though. This guy would obviously be incredible, but I highly doubt that we're going to win the lottery again. If we do, that would be amazing, but I don't see it happening. I mean, this guy should technically only be able to drop down the top 4, but I want more info on him. So hopefully Tarnstrom can scout him well. Yeah, so we'll have plenty to choose from in the top 10. Ugh, come on, low elites. Get them going. Fucking hell, scouts. Might have to reassign some guys and really make sure I get them. Because, yeah, I want to get those guys scouted. A lot of top 6 scouted, but screw that. Need some more late round steals here. I'll probably reassign my scouts here. Yeah. A lot of low top 6s. Cool. You can get those scouted, but not my low elites. Bitches. Unless there's just not a lot of low elites, and those are what those turn into. Could also be that. Maybe I'm being a little too tough on my scouting team. Anyway, but here we are at the trade deadline, so... Yeah, I don't even know what I'd want to move up for. Like, if perfect world, you move up for another pick that has lottery potential. Don't know if that'll be possible. Although, Vegas is a hopeful, and they're doing really poor. They don't want to give it up, and that's so much value. Yeah, it's not happening. If they're hopefuls, it's very unlikely they'll want to actually give it up. Lightning doing pretty bad, and they're listed as champion. If we snagged their pick for not a whole lot, maybe. But we'd have to really bank on them actually dropping and not making the playoffs. Islanders or Rebuilders, that won't work. Won't work. No. Hopeful. I doubt they'll want to give it up as a hopeful. They don't have it. Who got lucky and got that pick? Wait, was that us? No. No, we only have our first, yeah. Would be nice to have another first for sure. We have a lot in the... Good amount in the first 3 rounds. Not so much in the late rounds, but we don't have a whole lot scouted there anyway. Yeah. A hopeful, but I doubt... They don't want to give it up either. No way Coyotes are going to want to give theirs up. They have Montreal's. Wow. Coyotes are going to get some nice picks. Yeah, the only real plausible one to go for is that Lightning one and hope that they still miss because they want to give it up. They can't even take back Cap, so like we couldn't even give them serviceable players, really. So what do we even give them? We have only one of those starters now, but he's 19 at 50. He's probably expendable, so you can throw him in there easily. I'm just seeing what the value is like. I'm not going to try to make a trade right now. That'll be for next video. But that doesn't even quite cover half of it. We can't really even give them roster players. This guy's developing well. You maybe don't want to give him up. You can look at low elites, but we haven't had any of them for long enough to say that, oh yeah, this guy's not going to pan out. Maybe a low top 6 type guy, or this guy a low top 4, top 6 defenseman. Like we still don't have that much. I would love to get some kind of first, but maybe the Lightnings just won't work. And it's a lot of value to give up if they rebound and make the playoffs. They're 28, 25, and 10. They are sitting in 4th in the division without the wild card. Ooh, they are 6 points away from the wild card spot. Atlantic's pretty weak, but the Metro is going strong. 6 points out of the wild card spot. That's very unlikely for them to hit it. But how much would they... I mean, they got... Who's ahead of them? 70-point Rangers. And that's it, really. No, sorry. 71 point, 69 point. And 67 is a bit above them. I mean, it could actually turn out to be top 10. But they'd have to do pretty poorly. And we'd have to give up some of our prospects. It's doable, but it's going to be tough. So is that something that we want to go for, or do we want to go for something that's maybe a little more on the safe side? You know, late first shouldn't be too bad. With the way things have been looking here in this draft, it doesn't look like we may be able to snag an elite in the late first, or at least a really serviceable player. There's still no guarantee on any of these guys, though. So really, yeah, can't really say too much. This guy is that one guy, but we need more scouting on him. Tarnstrom needs to hurry. Yep. All right, well, trade deadline is here. We're looking still more or less like a tank-ish team, but we are close to 500. This was an improvement year for us. So that's a really good thing. And we might get extremely lucky and win the lottery again. I don't see it happening, though. I'm not banking on that by any means. Last year, I was more banking on that, but yeah, we'll see. All right, well, that will pretty much cover it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to leave that like, and I will see you guys in the next one. If watching my videos just isn't enough Cyn for you, be sure to go over there on Twitter and shoot me a follow, and you could even join our Discord server as well to talk with some of the other Cynners out there. The links to both are in the description.